So, unless you've been living under a rock, you've already heard the news that Microsoft has acquired Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion. Yes, billion with a B. And Phil Spencer gets a promotion because they've created a new division here, according to The Verge. They've created a new division, gaming division, called Microsoft Gaming Division. And now it states that Phil Spencer is the former head of Xbox and will now lead a team across all the platforms, Xbox, PC, mobile, the cloud. It's a big promotion for Spencer, being described as Xbox boss to fans. But yes, he has been the head of Xbox since 2017 officially, but he's been head of the Xbox division originally in 2014. But he's been reporting to leadership to Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella since 2017. But now he's gotten an even bigger promotion because they've created a Microsoft gaming division. And yeah, the biggest deal in tech history, the $68.7 billion Microsoft deal to acquire Activision Blizzard. And yeah, of course they acquired Bethesda last year for $7.5 billion. But obviously that leaves questions. And the underlying, what is the underlying reason for this deal? And of course, it's not just to compete with Sony. It's to compete with Google, Apple, Netflix, Amazon. They're all trying to get heavily into the gaming industry. Microsoft is trying to consolidate that. It's called market consolidation. They're trying to acquire as much as they can while they can before they have even increased competition. On top of that, keeping an eye on Sony, of course, their main competitor. But yeah, we're going to dive off into this story with a few questions. My question is, of course, Microsoft wanted to stay relevant and they had to make a splash because, let's be honest, before the Bethesda deal, they really, like they say, the narrative was Microsoft had no games and they had to do something. So they acquired Bethesda, which sent ripples through the industry for $7.5 billion. But this really sent ripples through the industry because they acquired the Call of Duty developer and Candy Crush developer, Activision Blizzard. And yeah, this this is definitely going to change the game here. Let me get that off the screen. Gamepass has also just celebrated 25 million Gamepass subscribers. You're obviously going to see a bump in that, the Gamepass subscription service. And yeah, PlayStation had all the rights to Call of Duty before this. They had a great relationship with Call of Duty. They had all the marketing rights, exclusive marketing rights. PlayStation had a heavily involvement, had plenty of fans that played Call of Duty on their platform. This opens the question of why was Sony developing so many multiplayer titles? As I've stated in an older video, this is why. Big deals take time. This was not done overnight. Sony knew they had to do something to counter this. They knew this probably a year ago. Microsoft knew this probably a year ago. They've been holding it in. But it's still not going to be official until 2023. Midway through the year 2023. If the deal goes through, they will be officially acquired by Microsoft, the Activision Blizzard. Get that off the screen again. But yeah. Activision Blizzard CEO acquisition is $68.7 billion. Microsoft is trying to rewrite the gaming industry. Rewrite the entire gaming industry. They're trying to acquire as much as they can. They have the money to do it. Let's just be honest. They have the money to do it. And how does Sony, the question is, how does Sony respond? Do they need to acquire a big publisher? Some still say no. Most say yes. Most say yes. But personally, they're going to have to do something. They're going to have a strategy for this. And I think as long as they stick to their guns, which is cultivating relationships, developing studios and relationships, they should be fine. Now, in the mobile gaming space, they could be a little more aggressive, of course. Microsoft has just done that. Been more aggressive in the mobile gaming as they've just acquired Candy Crush, one of the largest mobile games of all time. But the problem with this deal is it causes the consumer to lose. And one of the ways you're going to lose, number one, and not just this, but you're literally going to kind of be a slave to the Microsoft brand. That's kind of what they're trying to do. They're trying to create this metaverse, things like that, and you are out of your mind. This deal alone is going to justify a Game Pass price increase. It is not going to stay $9.99 to $14.99, $10 to $15. You are out of your mind if it's going to stay that way. They're probably going to set up a tier structure here pretty soon, which is rumored for Sony's subscription service and Project Spartacus, which is why they're coming up with Project Spartacus to compete with Game Pass. But don't expect no day and date AAA title, probably including with Microsoft. Don't expect a AAA title to be in there day one. In a little bit, the developers lose as well, because these subscription services are not profitable. People need to understand that subscription services are not profitable, and the problem pretty much with subscription services is that you have to pay so many different areas of your company through that subscription service that they've agreed to be on. So you have to pay all those different developers a certain piece of the pie of that monthly subscription service. So people look at, Game Pass is making X amount of dollars per month. They're really not, because they have to distribute all of that amongst all their assets, which could be liabilities. Some of these studios are not going to survive this deal, because market consolidation causes people to lose jobs. Quantity over quality. You're going to see a lot more games in Game Pass that are all about quantity over quality. They're probably going to come out with a game every single month. Headed into later this generation, when they really get this stuff going, you're going to see a game most likely every single month on Game Pass. A new game every single month. Now, does Sony need to acquire big publishers such as Square Enix, Capcom, probably even CD Projekt Red, From Software? They have a great relationship with Epic Games. They're going to have to do something. They're going to have to pull the trigger on something. What's next for Sony is the question. Because they're not just going to fall flat. I mean, they're not going to do that. They're just not going to do that. But it's a lot of people celebrating this deal. I mean, the consumer loses. The only ones that win in this deal long term pretty much is Xbox and Microsoft, because we are all going to be paying into their metaverse, operating how they want to operate, which is off the console, on the cloud, in mobile, on PC. That's how they want to operate. They want to escape the console. They don't necessarily believe in console generations, even though they haven't directly said it. They're showing it. They don't directly believe in console generations the way Sony does. But all Sony needs to do is keep doing what they're doing, but they need to make some sort of splash outside of, pretty much what they've been doing with VR and their standard PlayStation 5 console and the DualSense. They're not just going to fold, okay? Let's just be honest. This deal was made to really combat not just Sony, but Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google, who want a huge hand in the gaming industry. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. This is on The Verge here. They've created a Microsoft gaming division. And yeah, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of this deal? Leave a comment down below. I will see you guys in the next video. You guys take care.